Go. Test, test, test. Oh, yeah, sound is working. Hopefully. Oh my God, I have to write emails, everything. That never happened, by the way. This is my biggest motivation. You see already getting red cheeks. Please share this link to your friends, the new one. It should work. Please give me a thumbs up if it works. We're back on track. Oh my God, I have to do a story. Wait 1 second to do something. Please give me a thumbs up if Timmy is back. I like it. Just give me 1 sec. I have to change some. Get your favorite drink, like I said, pen and paper. I have to change one more email because otherwise a lot of people get still the old link. I will learn so much about this. It's a technical one because of this microphone. This microphone is really good. Charlotte de Romain, Mirabilia. Nice. Looking forward, guys. I asked you already 2 questions. First of all, I mean, you're here now. I don't ask this question anymore. But what motivates you the most? Fitness, lifestyle, private, in your business, in your study, whatever it is. What motivates you the most? Or what brings you out of the bed in the morning? Please put it already in the chat before other people will join. I have to do one more thing. I have to do it here in the emails. 1 second. Can I send email to everyone? Yeah. I actually wanted to make a story out of it. It's like what kind of struggles I have now with this kind of work, entrepreneurship. It's a whole different level comparing to just only being a surf coach. Now I have to, same with the books, I have to transmit this knowledge through technical stuff, and I'm really good with technical stuff, but this was the first time when totally miss. Close. Can I send it again? Let's send it again. Hopefully. Subject, send it. Okay, finish. Should be fine. If not, making others happy, make me happy the most. Making others happy makes you the most happy. Okay, that's amazing. Grisha, I hope I pronounced it right. What kind of work do you do? Can I ask you? You don't have to answer if you don't like. It's all good. But if you like to make people happy, like I do with coaching, I love to see people grow and succeed. That's my motivation, guys. And my motivation allows me to do things like that because actually 1 year ago, I started with doing live workshops. By the way, if you're new to this channel, or like Two Surf Companions, I'm the Ice 2 surf coach behind Surf Companions together with Flo and our team. We have developed those 2 surf books. They are totally illustrated, which shows you what to do, and online courses, whatnot. And I have big news at the end of this workshop. So I'm looking forward. This Gael, hey, hi, surf camp owner. Oh, Grisha's a surf camp owner. Grisha? Maybe I've seen this profile picture. Grisha, where's your surf camp? And what's your surf camp called? Really interested. Okay, just let me get me right. Instagram, I did a story about the new one. I delete quick the old link. Otherwise, people click on that one. And then I'm ready. Sorry for that again, but I'm so stoked that you made some time this evening to talk about 3 things: fitness, food, and motivation in general. I have already my notes here and my favorite 0.0 beverage. I hope you have already pen and paper with you, because I hope out of this live workshop session you will learn something, or at least get inspired for this new year. 2024 is coming. We have only, let's say, 1 month to go. And Christmas is going to be busy. Probably a lot of you are traveling, or you're at home with your family in Christmas time. It's always a hectic time, but I want to give you some, let's say, surfer wisdom, knowledge out of my perspective of my life. So everything you hear, which I'm going to teach you, or which I tell you, they're more like tips and advices. It's nothing you really have to do, otherwise you don't succeed in surfing or life, whatever. But I wanted to talk about those 3 topics because they're really crucial and really important to be a good surfer. So we have already perfect books. I have both. Oh, Gael has already both books. Cool, cool, cool. Timmy, Making Others Happy, from Grisha. The other ones who are joined, can you please put in the chat, only if you like, of course, tell everyone what motivates you. It doesn't matter in fitness, in your health, or even your private life, or even in business. It's always great to hear like what you personally motivates you to get up in the morning and to do the things you do. Because then I can make better examples. Perfect. So we have 3 things I want to talk about: the fitness, food and nutrition, and motivation. The motivation is probably the biggest one because I love motivation. This is also my coaching style, but there are really cool things which makes me keep going. And a big part of bigger part of motivation now is obviously Surf Companions, because my life also changed, especially before Corona times, because Surf Companions is now almost 4 years old. I think 4 years we're doing this, Flo and me, and we're growing, and we love to see the surf community like what we do. And that's why we have really big news at the end of this workshop as well. And because it's live, you can ask questions. So I still hope they check out Instagram, because we're only 12 people. Usually we are like 50, but doesn't matter. 15 people are already like almost a half, like a full classroom. So nevertheless, I'm the co-founder of Surf Companions. I'm your ISA2 surf coach, and I coach more than 10 years surfing, but I take coaching really serious, and I read a lot of books, I follow podcasts, whatnot. And fitness, let's talk about fitness, is obviously a really big factor about surfing. Obviously, some things which I'm going to say are really obvious. The other ones are probably, maybe it's the first time you hear it. So that's why I recommend you to take notes, maybe on your phone, like pen and paper, like I do. So first of all, I want to start with, imagine you get only one car. You get one car for the rest of your life. How would you treat that car? Would you drive it a lot? Would you go every day like crazy on the brakes? Would you, just let it out in the rain, let it rust? Or would you take care of it and would drive maybe more carefully and more obviously? What type of training? We can't surf every day. Perfect. Cool question, Gael. I will go into that. I did obviously a whole live workshop about sports itself, but that is combined what I'm going to tell you now. Sorry, I'm French. Do you understand my English? Yeah, I understand perfect. Très bon, Gael. So first of all, in fitness, I want to put in general and then going a little bit into details. Fitness is not something you reach like in 2-3 weeks. It is like this. Fitness in general is a lifestyle. Once again, fitness is a lifestyle. So, for example, if your identity is, for example, a tennis player, you obviously go playing tennis a lot of times and automatically get a good body. If you live on the ocean and you surf every day, it's almost really, really hard if you do at least 1 hour or 2 hour sessions a day, swimming in the ocean, paddling and surfing. It's really hard to be, let's say, like really overweight, because you're doing an activity or sport almost every day. So it's kind of a lifestyle. If you don't have a lifestyle, like for example, playing soccer every day, going to the gym every day, you're a ballerina, you're a dancer, you're burning a lot of calories, whatever it is. If you don't have the lifestyle, you have to adjust it. So in general, fitness level is really important in surfing, because I have a lot of clients and customers and students. They come only on holidays 1 week in the year, and they come and they're totally frustrated about themselves, because they could never imagine that surfing is so intense and heavy, especially if you don't do sports. I'm not telling you right now that you have to work out every day and you have to go crazy and you have to be a pro athlete to compare surfing. That's not what I'm saying. I only say like a general healthy fitness level helps you in surfing. How do you reach this general fitness level? Means it's up to you. There are like some sports which are closer to surfing, but there are some general fitness stuff. Let's say, for example, you go two times a week to an aerobic class. That will be already way more than doing nothing, only working. Maybe you have an office job, maybe not, and you do nothing. So the 2 times going aerobic class for 1 hour helps you already in your surfing when you go on your surf vacation. When you're a surfer on the beach, living there almost every day surfing, you are surfing fit. But now my question to you guys, are the pro athlete surfers also training outside of the water? You know probably the answer. I have access to spare parts for the car. Now, Grisha, you kind of have some spare parts, but not so many spare parts, so only tiny ones. I come back to the analogy about the car because Grisha asked her, can I have spare parts? Summer surf game, cool. Summer French, yeah. So back again, the answer is obviously yes. Wait a second, I'm in the car now. I asked beforehand about the white fitness makes it all. Yeah, perfect. Okay. Once again, what I want to say is it helps you in your general fitness, in your surfing. There are some sports which are more explicit, so closer to surfing, but the pro athletes are even training outside of the water, which makes them better in the water. So even if the people who surfing every day, they train also outside of the water. You probably think like, hey, wait a second, I must be really good in surfing. Why should I train outside of the water? No, there are some practices and some trainings you definitely should do still outside of the water, even if you're surfing every day. And now imagine if those surfers are training outside of the water, even if they're surfing every day. You as a holiday surfer, give me a thumbs up or a hands up or a signal, a smiley. If you're a holiday surfer means like 1 to 4 weeks a year you go surfing. Please put it in the chat so I know who is holiday surfer. So imagine you as, Mirabilia is a holiday surfer. So you as a holiday surfer, imagine you do nothing. We do extreme. Imagine you do nothing. And then you come into your beautiful holiday, beach, it's sunny, waves are coming. And the only thing which doesn't work, the waves are perfect, board is perfect, you have a coach, whatnot, but your body is like not ready for it. This is really frustrating because the most thing I heard about my students saying and complaining is, I should have had trained a little bit more before. And that's exactly it. A little bit more, something that would already help. Some people come to a yoga surf retreat and then they say they do no sports. I cannot believe it. No sports. They have already problems carrying the board 100 meters to the beach and back. Their arms are already tired. So it's nothing to complain for you guys. I just want to make you understand. That's why motivation is at the end of this live workshop. Do something, do some sports. And even if it's just blanking, sit-ups, doing some push-ups, move your body. Our body is there to move it. Our body is not built to sit in the office. Even I sit a lot of time, but I stand up, I go for a run, I do sports. It's not easy, but you have to do it. Otherwise you get frustrated and the ocean is just smashing you. I probably wonder, I am, but I want to become another type of surfer. Oh, Gael, what kind of type of surfer you want to become? I have access to spare time. So back to fitness and lifestyle, which I told Grisha about the analogy. Once again, imagine you have only one car and some spare parts, but only this car, and you have to drive it for the rest of your life. If you're lucky, we get 4,000 weeks in our lifetime. 4,000 weeks. Doesn't sound so much. So this now have a look. Imagine it's not your car which you're driving the whole way, the rest of your life. You only have one body, and it's so crazy to me that, guys, once again, I'm not a fitness guru. I'm not like ripped as hell. I'm quite fit, obviously, but I'm not like crazy extremist into sports and fitness. But I'm a sports therapist, surf coach, and my biggest motivation is to teach you guys being a role model and to surf, to have the ability that my body is fit to getting surfing. I've been surfing 3 days per last week. Last one, also I do a lot of yoga now. Okay, you feel like upper beginner. Nice, cool. 1.5 years, 3-4 days last week. Cool. So once again, if you have only this car, only one body, how would you treat it? Treat it nice. It's a lifestyle. A lot of people, they think like, oh, I followed a 6-week fitness course, then I'm ready only once a year. What? This is not a lifestyle. This is just a quick fix, which is actually not helping. So it helps a little bit for this time, but it's the same if you study for an exam and you just smash yourself like the night before, like smash everything in and then just repeat it the next day. But the second, third day, you will forget everything again. It's like it's not a longevity like a long-term solution, let's say. And the same with your body. Please take care of your body. How you take care, it's they're like food and fitness, obviously, but also your mental state. So work on all those 3-4 parts, your spirituality, how you talk to yourself. I come to that in a second. This is all intertwined, and this is not only one solution which I'm giving here. No, I give you a lot of inspiration, hopefully, and motivation to do so. So if you listened what I share here on Instagram, on YouTube, whatnot, you know there are some things in surfing which you can have control over. And one of the things you have control is over your body. It's like what you can do, how strong you are, how Boris is really stretchable because he does yoga. Yoga is really good for your surfing, depending on also what yoga, but it is helping your surfing. To having a strong, healthy shoulder is helping you. How to achieve strong, healthy shoulders? There are many ways, but you have to do it. It's not like, oh, I'm going into the ocean and the ocean will form my body. Yes, the ocean will form your body. But my question to you, you rather want to be ready entering the water, being in your holidays on the beach, instead of, like, let's say, wasting at least 1 or 2 weeks to get half ready to be like, oh, now I can finally paddle a bit and lie on my board, because there's almost no sport where, imagine this is your body, this is your head, and those are the legs, head and legs. This is your surfboard. You lie on the board on your belly, so your belly has to be strong, and at the same time you have to extend in this position, so you have to be flexible, and at the same time you're moving your shoulders for paddling, because as you know, 80% in surfing, 85% is paddling. Yeah, the rest is wading and surfing, but it's paddling. So there's almost no sport. For example, today I was swimming some lanes in the pool. There is no let's say I missed the word. Doesn't matter. So you don't have to contract your abs and you have to paddle. No, in swimming you have to glide and doing pulls. Once again, if you have one car, take care of it. I want to put another motivation about fitness and lifestyle and how you treat your body. A healthy body only has one. Once again, a healthy body has many wishes. With a healthy body, you can do anything. You can walk, you can travel down the stairs, you can run. A healthy body, you have many wishes. A sick body has only one wish. Once again, a healthy body has many wishes. A sick body only has one wish. So I heard this quote like years ago, and it made me realize it's 100% true, because probably you as well, guys, had to deal with injuries or even worse stuff. And when you have a lot of pain or the body is not working as you want, you only have one wish to make it go away, to get it better, to release it. I also had operations on my shoulder, to be honest, and you have those 5 phases, like mentally, like also a bit depression, you get angry, your acceptance, and then you get and then you move on. So a bit like if someone close to you dies, you also have those mentally, those 4 or 5 steps which you go through mentally, and the same is with, and you have an injury. So fitness and a healthy body, and if you take care of your body, is actually only investment, which I heard some investment guy say that it's like almost a 3 to 4,000% investment, which is positive. It gives you a positive feedback back to your reinvest. Like, wait a second, my English is what happened today? So if you invest in your body and yourself and your health, it's like a 3,000% investment, something like that. Love your Surfskate content, Daniel. Glad to be here. Whoa, cool. Thanks. Being healthy is a state of mind. Yes. Krisha, cool that you're so busy, because Krisha just pointing out what my next step is. Of course, it's nice to work out. It's nice to go for a run, stretch, do the sports you love, because then you almost need no motivation. I do sports my whole life. That's why I have a high motivation. For me, it's easy, but I have a lot of students and also people that are like, oh, I don't like it. Of course, it feels hard, especially if you start something. If you start again, guys, I think you know what I mean. There's only pain, and you feel like your body is telling you, what the hell are you doing? For example, the first time in the gym, putting some weights, the next day you can't move anymore. How many hours do you think are needed to learn surf in a medium level? Which place in the world do you suggest? Ricardo, stay at the end of the workshop, because I have an amazing answer for you, Ricardo. Super cool. A medium level, I will, depending where you're from, Ricardo, where you're from, then I will answer it. And Gael, please answer me what kind of surfer you want to change. She says something, you want another type of surfer. Want to become another type of surfer. There are types of surfing. We have longboarding, shortboarders, whatnot. But let's get back to fitness and motivation and health. Like I said, it's in your mind. It's really important to have a clear goal, set yourself goals, and have a positive self-talk. So please get up in the morning and please talk positively with yourself. Because actually studies show that if you talk negatively, if you swear, if you it's a different vibration and frequency than for example, love or gratitude or laugh, like haha, funny, humor. So there's a different frequency, it's higher. So what I want to say is, obviously, your brain doesn't hear not know. I'll give you an example. If I say, like, please don't think about this board I broke yesterday at the point break, you will think about this broken board at the point break. But I said, no, please don't think about it. So when you tell yourself, that's what I always do in my coaching, when someone says like, I always put my front foot too much to the back, instead of telling yourself, don't put your front foot more to the back, rephrase it and use a positive word for it. So for example, oh, next time I'm going to put my front foot to the front. This is the goal. You don't hear any no's. No, this is the goal. So you think automatically what my front foot should do, and the fault, the mistake is gone. It's out of your brain. So what I want to tell you, a small exercise, is get up in the morning and make a list, write it down, what you're grateful for. That helps already. It's like a small advice. You can try it, how you feel afterward. I went to Portugal a few days, but I really like this sport, trying to figure out how good. Ricardo, I have amazing news for you. Italy, nice. So stay at the end and I will answer your questions. By the way, this is the advantage of being live, because guys, you can interact with me and ask me questions directly. By the way, I think you can share the stream, go crazy with a friend if you like what we do so far. So we have fitness, and we have, like I said, a healthy body has a lot of wishes. A sick one only has one. So take care of it. Taking care means obviously doing sports, having a positive mindset. Please write it. There are books about it, podcasts. What helps is sometimes, I did it a while as well for myself, you can record yourself and telling yourself in the present time that you are strong, that you're rich, that you're healthy, that you're vibrant, that you have positive thoughts, like in a manifestation phrases, and you listen to it 5-10 minutes in the morning, or you look in the mirror. It maybe sounds stupid, but if you, for example, read the book Think and Grow Rich, from Dale Carnegie, like How to Influence Friends. There are a lot of cool books which helps you a lot to understand what an impact positive mindset, or the surfer's mind. I have another bookshelf. The Surfer's Mind is really good book about mindset in general. You have any suggestion for surfing podcasts? Vanessa, where are you from? Canosso. Vanessa Canosso sounds. Hey, Vanessa has been here already in the live workshop. I remember that. Okay, back to fitness. Like I said, choose a sport which you love. Then you need less motivation. But trust me, guys, the easiest way is, instead of saying like, I want to go 2 days a week into the gym. This is not a really hard motivation, but you have to change your identity. Once again, if you change your identity, the rest will follow. I'll give you an example. If you want to stop smoking, you can say like, I want to stop smoking. It's not that powerful and heavy. Instead, you could say, you change your identity, your whole personality, and tell yourself, I'm a non-smoker. Or you say, I'm an athlete, I'm a sportsman, and automatically smoking is not really goes with doing sports. So automatically the smoking goes away. Instead of, I want to read 2 books a month, you should say to yourself, I'm a reader. Change your identity, and the skills which you want to change will follow. Okay, do you have any suggestions from Brazil, but living in Barcelona? Barcelona, nice, cool, Spain. You asked the question already. Do you have any suggestions for surfing podcast? Surfing podcast, yes. One of our ambassadors have the Surf Talk podcast. But when we talk about motivation, fitness, and statistics and food, I actually got a recommendation from my friend. He said like, you should listen to Arnold Schwarzenegger, the Pump Club. Guys, it's only 7 minutes per episode, but he has some really cool statistics and facts, which keeps you motivating, and a little bit of not so many waves here. And wait, Barcelona had some waves. The Middle Sea, there were some storms, huh? Hey, but Barcelona is not so far away from the South France, like Osgore, Biarritz, and so, or North Spain. You should go there. But Vanessa, wait till the end. I have big news about Surf Companion, what we're gonna plan 2024. So excited to talk about that. But back again, the Surf Talk podcast is really nice, but most episodes are in German, but he also has some episode on English. So listen to that. Great content. There are some really cool guests. I recommend that for sure. If I have more, I will let you know, Vanessa. You can write me a DM again. I will think about that. But there's so many books about motivation and fitness. I will recommend you to definitely do some sports. You have to do some sports, but you have to do it the right way. So my motivation for you guys should be, it's 100 times more effective if you want to learn a new sport, let's say badminton, or tennis, to go at least 1 session with a tennis trainer who shows you the basics, so you know how to train it. Then you can practice and then get another coaching, instead of just going to Decathlon and buying a tennis racket and try everything by yourself. So my biggest recommendation, guys, really, if you start out with surfing, or if you're a green wave warrior and you start to get green waves but don't understand right, and you do a lot of nosedive, please get some good coachings. Doesn't have to be with me or with one of our coaches from Surf Company, but guys, please trust me, because there can be, Your joy level, your happiness level in surfing could be way higher because you have guidance, and your risk of any injuries and safeties is way lower. So it's a win-win. Nevertheless, I want to talk quick about food. Yes, I'm not a nutrition expert. By the way, do you guys have any questions about fitness and health? And I hope there was already a little bit motivational about thinking that you should take care of your body. By the way, it's a lifestyle. And rather, because I play some instruments since I'm small, and all the teachers told me, which is 100% true, it's better to do every day a little bit. So, for example, 10 minutes of workout every day, which is almost nothing, but 20, instead of one time, 2 or 3 hours a week, one time in the gym or whatever. Because continuity, if you do it continuously, wow, my English is really bad tonight. Sorry, guys, forgive me. Constantly. If you do it every day or every day and every second day, you have the compound effect. So it builds up upon each other. That's really important. I think every job you guys probably do or you learn, maybe you have an office job or you work with people, every day you get a little bit better. The same with sports and also with surfing. Surfing is one of the most difficult sports in the world. Yeah, because the factor nature is so high. Every wave is different. Every single wave, and we have to adapt. But the cool thing about surfing is, which I still love and which still keeps me going to build this company, is it's more than just surfing and paddling and taking off and maybe a right on the left or on left and right. No, it's more like a lifestyle, and there's so much more. For example, surfing taught me a lot of things also in real life. So, for example, how to make decisions. Okay, wait, I go a bit off grid, but I love to talk to you guys. For example, if a set comes, the worst thing you can do is like hesitate to catch a wave. So, for example, personally, the ocean and surfing taught me, if you paddle for a wave, you paddle for a wave, or you leave it at all. If you do like half things, like maybe it's a nice wave, what happens, guys? You probably experience it. You're getting smashed. And this is the same in life. So whenever I have in business, in private, with my dog, whatever it is, I have to do decisions. I rather do it or I don't do it. A clear yes or no. Not the like, maybe we will see, whatever. No, don't do it. This is one of the things surfing taught me. But I have a really good friend. Maybe you saw one of the posts back on Instagram. He's more than 50 years old, a really good musician, like professional, one of the best players in the world, like a marimba player. He plays in musicals in the Lion King in Hamburg. And he found surfing like quite late in his life, but it's changed his life totally, also mentally, but also fitness. He goes now like in the gym, he does CrossFit because his motivation is really high, the same as me. Because my motivation, I found the passion surfing, and I know my lifestyle, my identity, I'm a surfer. I have to be fit. I have to be ready. Even big wave surfers, maybe you knew or you didn't, they have to prepare sometimes a whole year for one swell. When the Nazare, the big waves are coming, they trained already 1 or 2 years for that moment. If you're a pro athlete, for example, you do gymnastics, whatever, you train almost years for some moments. Yeah. And I'm not telling you that we are all pro athletes. No, but I just tell you it's way easier to concentrate on the beautiful stuff surfing and the nature and traveling gives us if we can take care of a thing which we have control over. And this is fitness, staying fit, staying active. And the second one is food. If you cannot control the things you put in your mouth, what else can you control? It sounds maybe hard, but it is like that. Yes, in those times, let's switch to food. By the way, guys, if you have questions about any topic or you want to share a really cool quote about fitness motivation, I would love to see it. So go crazy also in the chats. It's not just that I'm talking. I will ask more questions now about the food. I have to admit, I'm not a nutritionist, so I'm not an expert in fooding. So that's why I'm not giving you let's say advice to like eat this meal and not do this meal. No, I'm just giving my own experience and also the experience of a lot of students of mine and people I met, because I obviously worked in a lot of surf camps, vegan, vegetarians, meat, whatever. I just want to tell you, like, everybody works a little bit different. There's even a book out, Eat What Your Blood Type Says. I think the title is not like this, but there's something like 4 blood types and 4 different ways how you should eat depending on your blood types. It's really nice explained. I still want to read it, but I just heard yesterday about it because I was busy with that. First of all, I want to tell you out of my own experience that there are a lot of myths out there about food. We live in a generation where you can just go into a supermarket and buy whatever you like, which is actually luxury in my eyes, still is. I just want to give you 2-3 principles about fooding, which in my eyes are totally right. By the way, my sister, she's a yoga teacher and she's a nutritionist. She studied vegan nutritionism. I think it's not a word, but she knows about fooding. She has some really cool, I asked her about some tips before I did this live workshop. So hold on there. About fooding, food in general, can you respond to this? Oh, Noah, man. Oh, shit. Did you ask already something? Please, you can respond to this. What did you ask? Noah Mon. What do you mean? Can you respond to that? Respond to this. Can you ask a question again, Noah Mon? Then I will answer it. What did you ask? Answer already. So true. Okay. Once again, I give you already one rule, which I live by. Oh, you did it. Okay, cool. I live by is, if you cannot pronounce it, don't put it in your mouth. Okay, once again, if you cannot pronounce it, like the word, don't put it in your mouth. What I want to say is, if you look about all those foods which you can get in the supermarket, look in the back label and read what's actually in there. And if there are some words which you cannot even pronounce, then don't put it in your mouth. So I follow a lot of podcasts and also people, health experts, and I get some advice on YouTube and whatnot. And I really like the sentence because it makes sense. Back in times, you had like vegetables, you had fruits, you had water, you have meat, and so on. But if we cannot pronounce it, do you sometimes read what's in all those packaging, plastic packaging? Yeah. If you have the possibility and the money, because it's getting more expensive every day, then eat clean. You feel it already that sometimes when you eat something, your body is kind of, when you listen to your body, it's like saying like, yeah, this is awesome, which you just put in your mouth. And sometimes you feel like after a meal, like, what did you do? So my second advice is listen to your body. Our body is so smart that, like I said, every body works different. Everybody needs different nutrition or like in a different way. Like all those food pyramids everyone told us, they're not quite right. Especially they're getting updated every 10 years because new scientific stuff came up. So what I want to give you out of this live workshop are my experiences with the experts and with the people I know, especially now my ambassadors as well. There are some yogis and there are vegan, vegetarians, and so on. What I want to tell you is I did 2 things which changed my surfing and my fitness and my health, had the most impact, those 2 things. And I want to share it with you because I don't say it will change your life. I just want to share it out of my perspective. And I'm a surf coach and I live this life of a surfer. So first of all, I try to obviously eat clean. I cook myself or with my girlfriend, and I try to eat clean, or we go out for food um, the best we can. In surf camps, we obviously also get food there, which is cool because they take care as well. You see already, like, if you have the identity of a lifestyle, of a healthy lifestyle, healthy food goes with it. Like I said in the beginning, change your identity and your lifestyle, and the rest will follow. It would be weird. Do you think Kelly Slater, Stephanie Gilmore, all those pro athletes, they go every day after surfing, they go into the McDonald's, Burger King, eating big fatty burgers? I don't think so. I don't say, like Kelly Slater also said it once, like he's not so crazy about it. Of course, he eats sometimes a taco or whatever, but it's depending how much and how regular you eat bad stuff. And I think you're all grown-ups, I think, here in the chats, that you actually know what is like kind of good foods and bad foods. Okay, obviously you have fat, protein, carbohydrates, and sugar. Actually, carbohydrates is actually also sugar, but a longer sugar, which takes more time to break it down into sugars like gluten and carbohydrates. You have obviously those four things: protein, fat, carbohydrates, and sugar. But even those four things have good sugar, bad sugar, good protein, good fats, bad fats. So have maybe check them out, do your own research, and you will find out for every four things. I think there's one more. Doesn't matter. Four things. For example, salt. If we start with salt, there are really good salts, yeah, in the world, which helps you, which we need to transmit. If you, for example, have a lot of migraines and headache, sometimes it's just a lack of water and natrium. Natrium is salt, but there are like sea salt, Himalaya salt, whatnot, and Celtic salt. You see already there's a lot of stuff going on, but I don't want to put it so much time in there. I just want to motivate you, inspire you to see that if you're an athlete, which you are, good food should come with it. And now come the two things which changed the most in my, especially in the last year, changed the most in my health and my fitness overall. Not about like, this sugar, blah, 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 also drinking here beer, but it's alcohol free. So my first one was totally put off alcohol. Yeah, it's totally normal in our society to drink alcohol. It's like, oh yeah, it's nice, whatever. And it's like, okay, cool. You don't want to know. Maybe you did it. Maybe let me know in the chat if someone of you like is already totally alcohol free or did it for a few months or a year even. Let me know, because it's so crazy. When I go out for food, there are so many non-alcoholic possibilities, but still there is this moment when you go out for food with friends that they ask like, oh, why are you not drinking? But actually, actually I could also ask, why are you drinking? Oh, Vanessa's alcohol free here. So I'm not saying I was an alcoholic before, but if you know, if you work in the in the surfer scene and surf camps, you obviously get also mostly as a surf coach even free alcohol. People are there on holidays, and everyone is a bit drinking because they're like, oh yeah, cool, I'm on holidays. But imagine I'm working there, this is my whole life. You cannot drink the whole week through. And I'm an athlete, I'm a surf coach, I want to be fit. Of course, I drank in the sun, beautiful, some beers, but the biggest change was skip alcohol totally. Guys, I slept better. My recovery after surf session was so good. I didn't have any muscle pain anymore. So an overall feeling, I felt way more fit and more energetic. So I don't say you have to do it. I just tell you there are like some things which you can change. The second one is, I never drink and I've never been drunk. Cool, Grisha. Cool. Grisha, by the way, tell me your surf camp name. I want to get in contact with you. Because Surf Companion is obviously also doing B2B stuff. How to include the books, for example, in your camp. Nevertheless, Look, I'm even doing here sales talk with Grisha. What I want to tell you, the second one is, and like I said, you don't have to do it, but it changed my overall behavior and energy levels and whatnot. Maybe you heard about it, but it's called intermittent fasting. That means you only have 8 hours over the day where you can eat like normal. You can put 1 meal, 2 meal, 3 meals, whatever. But the rest 16 hours of your day, you don't eat anything, only beverages like water and coffee, which is crazy because usually I stop eating around 7 in the evening. And then my first meal is usually the next day at midday around 12 or 1. I started actually 1 year ago, and the beginning was a bit weird because in my head and my body was telling me like I need breakfast. But here comes a cool story. I actually Googled it. Breakfast itself, so it's not a conspiracy, you can look it up. The breakfast itself, the slogan, most important meal of the day, actually comes from the food industry, from the meat industry in America. They wanted to sell more meat, so they went to a marketing agency and said like, okay, how can we sell more meat? Like, we want to sell more meat. So the marketing agency came up with breakfast, most important meal of the day. That's why they sold more bacon, breakfast bacon. They actually did breakfast. When I heard that, I was like, come on, this is not true. But you can look it up. I was totally stunned by it. I was just crazy. But now it comes. The cool thing about food, what you take in your mouth is you can test it. Like I said, if you have a meal which feels like your body's like, or you have a healthy, whatever, sushi bowl, and your body is just like, beautiful what you did to me. Write it down, maybe note it down, and try a little things. Because, or you go to a professional nutritionist, or you get more infos. Because if you have the right fuel in your body, obviously a lot of protein is important because of all the workout. Your muscles are built out of proteins and need proteins for recovery and muscle build. The only thing I want to tell you is, if you're an athlete, do you think Stephanie Gilmore and Kelly Slater and whatnot, they're all drinking alcohol a lot? Probably not. I think Kelly Slater is also alcohol free. I don't tell you what to do. Like I said, I just want to give you some tips. And out of my own experience, you can still change your body and your lifestyle to make your surfing better. Your overall feeling, your mindset, you feel better as a person, which makes you better in everything. Like I said, a healthy body. Motivation. I want to still. Do you have questions so far? Guys, I'm not asking so many questions because I want to tell you so much about motivation and what I did and what I do with my students. But is there anything you want to ask right now? Maybe also the people here about food or about fitness and lifestyle. Do you agree what I say here, or you think like, what a bullshit? I'm gonna unfollow Surf Companions. There's so many ways, like I said, in this hour, 1.5, it's not possible to cover everything, but I just want to give you some bullet points. Let's say that. Motivation. Let's go to motivation. My biggest motivation, what helps you to motivate you, like I ask you, what brings you out in the morning, what motivates you? Grisha said, like, he wants to make people happy. This gives the most reward. Yes, there's also one big motivation from me. What helps you is setting goals. So if you would ever have coaching with me or one of my coaches or with the retreats, I told you, coming more in the end of the workshop, I will always ask you, what is your goal? Means, even if you're a beginner and you come to a beginner surf camp week with us or with me, I always ask, okay, I'm your coach. I could teach you anything in surfing, doing airs, whatever. But what is your goal? And usually the students, even if I have a group from 6-8 people, everyone has a different goal. That one person says, like, I just want to have fun. The other one says, like, my friend dragged me here. The other one says, I want to stand on a wave at least 2 seconds, and so on. So Even the intermediate and advanced ones, they say like, okay, I want to work on my cutback. I want to go more radical in the pocket. Boom. I want to do a really radical bottom turn instead of mid phase and do a snap. Boom. If you don't know what it is, don't worry. Intermediate, we have everything explained. Page 35 is, for example, bottom turn. Making jokes here. What I want to tell you is goals. Set yourself goals. Me, for example, I do nutrition very news and topic. You can try a lot of things, but you cannot follow advice without checking your individual results. Yeah, Grisha, this is exactly what I said here. You have to put individual looking for stuff. I'm not telling you what to do in nutrition, like what you put food in your mouth. You have to first try it out with yourself. Ask a professional, maybe a sports nutritionist, get really know there are books, there are help out there. But the cool thing is, what help, we have a body feeling. I want you guys to get back to this body feeling, because our body will tell you like, that didn't feel good. It's the same when you get drunk and you have a hangover. Your body giving you some signals that you just did some crazy stuff last night. Makes sense. Back to the motivation. In overall, I want to tell you is, if you want something you never had, you have to do something you never did. One more time. If you want something you never had or you don't have right now, you have to do something you never did. This is one of the most motivational quotes I tell myself, because how arrogant are we to sit at home and to expect something new to come in our lives, or something big changes coming into our lives, without doing anything different what we do every day. You agree? Let me know, because that changed so much with me when I was younger, and I was really lucky to play some instruments in my life, because when you play an instrument, 95% is exercising and practicing. 5% is talent. You have to have a little bit of talent, but you have to practice. So the biggest motivation I want to tell you is, if you have a different goal or vision, for example, if Grisha's goal, because he has a surf camp, is to open a restaurant with the surf camp, maybe he has already one, or a second restaurant, second surf camp, he has to do something different, compare what he has to do now. So, for example, he has to check out the location again, a different place. I need a new team. He has to do something different. If your goal is, for example, Gael said something, she wants to be a different style of surfer, a different surfer style, then she has to change something which she never did before. So, for example, look at different styles in surfing, follow different surfers, or she wants to maybe transition from a shortboarder to a longboarder. Guess what? You have to do something different. You have to get a longboard session, at least a longboard, to try out longboarding. Duh. Or you want to learn the surf skating. Oh, I heard about it. I see people on reels maybe, but I really want to learn it because it improves your surfing. Trust me, guys. I train over 8 years. So it doesn't matter if you scroll through those Instagram reels like, oh, I want to be a surf skater. But if you don't do anything different in your life, you're not suddenly become a good surf skater. I hope you understood what I meant. So the first one is to understand I have to do something differently if I want to have a different output. So for example, here, Gael's goal is I have to move next to the sea. Cool. Then Gael's vision and goal is to find a place and work on the ocean where there are waves. This is her goal. Obviously, she has to do different stuff than she would have if she would stay in Barcelona. Then she can work every day. She doesn't look for flats in North Spain, for example, wherever. No. But if her goal changed to, I want to live on the ocean, okay, then she obviously goes on a website, looks maybe for some land or some houses, some flats there. Oh, maybe is it possible to work there? Then she applies there. She does different things to achieve the goal. Make sense? You can't improve. It's so frustrating. Oh, Gael. Oh, you're from. Sorry, Vanessa's from Barcelona. Gael is from Paris. Okay, cool. Sorry. Gael is Paris. I hope you understood that. It's the biggest motivation. So next time, maybe tomorrow, maybe after this workshop, sit down and put down your goals. I myself even do a vision board every year. Like I put a whole big vision board and I put in every order. I put, for example, private life, business life, fitness, health life, what I want to achieve. You can write it down like in bullet points, or you make beautiful photos which inspire you to set yourself yearly goals, but also small goals, achievable goals. And that's why I ask as well in my coaching every time, what is your goal? You want to be better in wave reading. I, as a coach, my only goal is to bring you from status A, where you are right now, to I want to be a better wave reader. I bring you to a better wave reader. I could also teach you the cross step in longboarding, but your goal individually was to be a better wave reader. So this is basically about coaching, but I want to still give you some tips or inputs or examples. So if your next goal, for example, is to wake up earlier, I always sleep till 9 o'clock. I feel so lazy the rest of the day. There are some tricks which you can use. So for example, if your goal is to get up at 7 in the morning, then maybe plan a call with your best friend at 7 in the morning and say to each other, this is a meeting. Put it in your calendar, boom. If you have a dog, I have a dog, it's easy to wake up in the morning because otherwise my dog is peeing and everywhere, so I have to get up. I don't tell everyone to get a dog, but this is one technique to get up in the morning. Playing an instrument really helps you to stay disciplined, because maybe plan a small, if you play guitar, any instrument, maybe plan a small concert for your friends or your family, because then you have to practice again, because your goal is, I have to perform. I don't have to do mistakes, or it should be at least nice. You have to practice for it. So if you have a goal in surfing, for example, it could be, I want to travel to a tropical place and surf. Then obviously look where you can surf, which time, blah, blah, blah. You have to do something different, which you had in mind. And the fitness and the food should be, of course, a big factor, and to know what you do. And that's why we come in handy. The main goal about Surf Companions, doesn't matter if you come here for some inspiring knowledge or our live workshops, free YouTube stuff, our online courses, our books, our whole infrastructure is about to improve your surfing. Doesn't matter if you go coaching with us directly on the beach, whatever. Like, we're expanding, and my main goal with Flow Together and our team is to improve and learn you surfing, because it's a beautiful sport and there are easy ways to teach you, or it's like the hard way. And the hard way is like trying, falling, getting smashed. Sometimes there's only 1-2 tips from a coach, and then you're like, I should have known this so many years before. It doesn't matter. Wait, I have something. I have to move to because in Paris. Okay, that's my goal. Cross-stepping, so hard, gosh. Vanessa, cross-stepping is easy if you know when to do it and how to do it. Trust me. I had professional guidance. We really get, guys, I tell you right now, we're really into longboarding right now as surf companions, because we have already the shortboards, beginner and the intermediate surf companions. But the longboard will come probably next year, end of next year. But because we are totally into the techniques in longboarding, I know now how you feel, Vanessa, because there are so many things a lot of surfers, they don't know about longboarding. So, for example, how to choose the right length about longboarding. A lot of people just buy a 9.0 and they think like, I have a longboard. Officially, yeah. But if you want to go classic nose riding, maybe you have a longboard which has too much rocker. Then it's really hard to do cross step. Maybe it's your equipment. Maybe it's your technique. Maybe it's the timing. So those are the 3 things in cross stepping. That's why maybe we could go December talking about difference between, that's maybe a good topic about the next live workshop, between shortboarding and longboarding. Is it maybe a topic you would love to hear? Let me know right now in the chats. Or you have any cool ideas about the next live workshop before I come to the end of this workshop, also in the chat. I hope I gave you some positive thoughts and tips how you could stay motivate yourself. And by the way, you get a really big gift from me now at the end of this live workshop. It's almost finished. But the cool thing is you're live here with me. You can ask questions, guys. So please go ahead, go on the keyboard on your phone, which you are right now, and ask me anything which you like to know about any topic in surfing or fitness or motivation, whatever it is. Maybe you don't know, like, I want to change a certain thing in my life. Do you have maybe a tip? Maybe I can help. I'm not a therapist, but I'm a sports therapist. By the way, I have big news. I have big news for 2024. I tell you right now, we also offering surf retreats, like special weeks where we focus on you guys coaching directly on the beach with our team, obviously with me and the team. It's happening probably only in September because we have to plan everything. We're getting a house in North Spain. The beginning of September, the first 2 weeks, we're together with Brunotti in the surf camp in South France, in Vieux-Bourcon, because we have beautiful accommodation. We're directly behind the dunes, and we have a special beginner Green Waves Warrior and advanced shortboarding retreat. So in those 2 weeks, more information will follow on the website and Instagram. Just keep on following. You can always direct DM, by the way, with Instagram. I get all the messages, or via email. But only for you to know, September is Surf Companions Retreat Week, and we're going to plan it now. I will probably announce it in 2, maximum 3 weeks. And mid till end of September, we will go to North Spain, around the area from Santander. In North Spain, we're going to rent a big house for us, big garden, beautiful. And retreat means we are focusing on yoga and surf for 1 week. So if you, for example, are yogi or you want to more yoga, then I partnered up with my sister because she's a yoga teacher, and I do take care of the surf coaching. And the second retreat, also in the same house, we're going to do a longboard retreat. So it doesn't matter if you want to learn longboarding or you already have some experience in longboarding. We coach it's everything about longboards. We also have premium rentals, everything. So I'm super stoked to plan it and to be with you in real coaching. So this is the big news for 2024. But like I said, nothing is on the website yet. I have to come up with that, and looking forward to coach you in real, like what I do already, one by one, like private coachings. You can always ask me where I'm right now in Europe. I will go in January, probably around Ericeira and South Spain. And then I will probably be in Fuerteventura. Okay, hi. I love surfing, but I can do it very often. See, I'm planning on getting a surf skate. Is there very important decide? I don't really know which one to get. Eva Ceballos Escalera Palomo. This is a real name. Come on, guys. Super cool, Eva, that you bring this up, because you're gonna love my present to you guys now. Obviously, you heard about Black Friday. You have to know that because there's a law in our country. By the way, we are based in Germany, but I travel the world. The Surf Companions books, we would love to give discounts on the books. We would love to, but we are not allowed to. There is a law on books which we always have to sell the price on the same. The books always on the same price. This is by law. But I give you the biggest present ever. From now on till the whole weekend, look in the chat. If you go on our website and you put this code into checkout, green, I don't like black so much, so negative, even if I like wearing it. If you put green 50 in the checkout with any online courses, And there it comes, Eva, really handy. I developed a whole online Surfskate course, which explains even this question about the size. Trust me, it's not so expensive. And now you get even 50% of all online courses, 50% off only this weekend. And especially because you are here. Hey, I'm learning. Great news. I live in Souston. You will go. I will be there. Cool. Nice. Souston. Yeah, it's really close. Nice. Hey, I'm learning to surf, but I find it really hard because I don't live near DC and only get to practice a few times a year. Do you have any tips to improve? Clara, like I said, we developed the Surf Companions. Our main goal is to improve your surfing. We developed now 3 online courses, which you have direct access, obviously with internet, a mobility routine, which are like 5, 6 exercise, which I do myself. By the way, I developed all the courses actually for me. With a mobility coach, we have a get ready course, like a get ready fitness course, which is only 2 weeks, only 10 to 15 minutes a day, which brings you into this arch position, makes you a strong shoulder, so you are ready for surfing. Those 2 courses are, getting you ready. We are developing, obviously, in the future, even more stuff, but those are the 2, let's say, exercise courses, and then we have the Surfskate course. And the Surfskate course is a little bit bigger, but explains it really from the beginning, like from knowing nothing to really cut back, re-entry, bottom turn, the stuff you have already in your Surf Companions books, like what you really have to do in surfing. Because the Surfskate, we even call it a surf trainer, improves your surfing anyway. Clara, I still have a nice answer for you. To improve your surfing fitness-wise and practices, obviously the movement itself, you should definitely go surf skating, because the truck from a surf skate or surf trainer, by the way, only on dry ground, not if it's raining, go in the flats, always wear protectors, and you have the feeling already like surfing. The maneuvers, if you do the technique right, it's also improving your surfing. So maneuvers wise, it improves, but fitness wise, for example, going swimming is really nice for your body, but also, like I said, the general fitness, crossfitting, going for a run, going into the gym, doing aerobic lessons, whatever sport you like helps you already being better in surfing. But like I said, it's not only your fitness, and this is where Surf Companions comes in. You have to know what you do. Everyone is focusing on, I want to get a nice wetsuit and a nice board and new fins, whatever. But they're bottom turn. They don't know how to bottom turn. Ask your friend. Trust me, guys, and send me a picture what he or she's doing. Ask a friend how to do bottom turn. What is the actual movement? Let them do it. I did it once in Portugal on a bar, like a really good intermediate surfer said, like, I know how to do bottom turn. I was like, yeah, okay, show. How would you do a bottom turn? He didn't know. He was like, yeah, I just do this and this. Okay, this and this is not really really proper. You have to compress, cool. The whole bar was watching. Now you have to reach forward with your right hand, because he's regular, and look up. And then he's like, oh yeah, in this position, like compress, reach and hold. And he's looking up, and it's like, this is bottom turn. So obviously, Clara, you have to know what to do. That's why we developed those 2 books. We have an intermediate and a beginner one. We obviously show the takeoff techniques. Then you can train. You can follow me on YouTube. I explain the takeoffs and surfing, whatnot. You obviously in the same with everything. If you want to be a better chef and cook, you watch YouTube videos, you get books, whatnot. This is the thing. Like I said, by the way, you can share this extra gift to you guys, the 50% off on all online courses, also with your friends. Go crazy. If you think, or you have a friend who thinks like you can save 50% this whole weekend. Nevertheless, it's already an hour. I'm so sorry about the microphone at the beginning. I learned a lot about technique and the technical stuff. I really enjoyed it. with you, and I hope you could take anything out of this live workshop, which makes me really stoked and happy. Please, if you have any more questions, write me in DM to Instagram directly, and I will definitely answer. Nevertheless, this was my motivation about staying fit and healthy. Put your vision board. And do you have any more questions, or maybe a cool topic what I can teach you, or what we can talk about in the December live workshop? Let me know. Thank you very much. Thank you, Vanessa. Barcelona. Vanessa was Barcelona. If not, I wish you yeah. Thank you. Oh, thank you, Eva. Au revoir. Nice. I wish you a rest of a nice evening, and I hopefully see you soon in the next live workshop. Take care, and thanks so much.